So we're stuck in Douglas, Wyoming, which is a small town. We intended to leave here to get on to Guernsey, which is on the edge of Nebraska. Alas, the wind, which has now died down, was this morning unbelievable. We left at about 9 o'clock and we got onto the bit that leads out onto the freeway, and we were just battered. We were moving backwards. It was unbelievably strong wind, and we later learned that this wind is so strong that it's been known to push over trucks. So on bikes we were struggling. So we spent our rest day here instead, and it's a bit of a bummy old time, you know, where we've kind of reached a point where we're about a third of the way in. The original buzz has happened. We've reached a plateau, which is good. We're reaching above 80 miles a day, which is more than what we should be doing. But there's just this sense of being stuck in the middle of nowhere forever. It's really unlike anything I've ever felt. It's as if we've fallen off the face of the earth and landed in Wyoming. And it could be Nebraska or Iowa. I imagine they're all very similar, because once you get past the Rockies, it's all pretty flat. So we watched the World Cup. Oggie's in a terrible mood because France lost to Mexico, which pretty much excludes them from the competition. I've got my England shirt on. The other thing is that Anna, my girlfriend, is in Johannesburg right now, having an incredible time. She's going around watching Brazil, going to all the amazing restaurants, going on safaris, eating wonderful food. You know, I ate a disgusting burrito for lunch, and she's eating a South African steak. So I'm missing her and missing pretty much everything that you could miss at this point. It's just one of those days, you know, and I'm now talking to a camera. No one's actually with me. The camera's set up on a tripod. I feel a little bit like I've gone insane. Perhaps I have. So I'll go off to the local psychological hospital, and before I do, I'll take you on a little tour of our hotel motel so you can see what we are facing here. Perfectly nice hotel, there's nothing surrounding it. Well, there's a McDonald's if you like McDonald's. Come on, England. It's so windy that I think that the tripod could fall over, so I'm going to talk very quickly. The microphone's wobbling. There's a guy, hello, just doing a little wind piece. So yeah, it's outrageously windy. It's actually not as windy as it was. It was a lot more windy about half an hour ago. The camera's really wobbling now. I'm quite worried about it. And what I was trying to demonstrate is that imagine that you're cycling and you're pedaling along like this, and you're actually going backwards. That's what it was like, going backwards. And you're trying, and no, you go backwards again. You're backwards again. This is what it's like in the wind. I've got a little audience member here who's watching me. I'm just talking to the camera. There's no one else here. Yeah, well, that's the wind, so onward to the sun. The tripod has now broken. This very kind gentleman just helped me to fix it. What's your name, sir?
Ron.
Ron. I'm Saul. Nice to meet you. And Ron has just told me that it's 45 degrees in his hometown of Montana.
Right,
Helena, sorry. Montana's a state, of course. Helena, Montana. And you're heading back there now?
No, I'm going down to Denver. I'm going to where it's warm.
Where it's warm. We were trying to get east to Nebraska today, but my word, that wind.
This is terrible.
It was outrageous.
I know it's blowing 65 miles an hour.
65 miles, there you have it, 65 miles an hour.
So
From Ron. That's quite a figure. Thank you.
You take care.
The tripod is falling to pieces. Every time I stop and try and film, a new piece falls off. So we're going to be minus a tripod soon. As you can see, the wind, or hear, or tell, the wind is still pretty heavy. Again, nothing like it was. 65 miles an hour, says Ron, from Helena, Montana. Which is, if you think about it, ridiculous, because we're cycling at an average speed of, if we're lucky, 15 miles an hour on a good day. But in that wind, as you saw in that little demonstration that I attempted to give, it's really impossible to cycle.